Okay, let's take a look at our picture. Here we have some long horizontal lines I've added with just a little bit of phthalo blue and green, or just straight phthalo blue. I gave a little wash here to give a little mountain shape, left a cloud. Now as we analyze the picture, we can see that we're going from yellow to the red, to the violet, almost a violet going into a gray, into the blue green, and some pure blue here. So we call this an analogous color scheme because the colors are related to each other. There's no shock value. Now, one of the things I like to do is take a really good look at the picture and find a few areas that I see could kind of make a little bit of a difference. So I wet this and roll the brush gently. And let's see if we're getting anything off here. Not yet. I'm getting a little shape. I'm trying to imitate that shape down here. Not exactly, but. And then put in the water, clean it off. I'm lifting some color. Phthalocene is great to lift because it's a stainer color. Stainer colors, as opposed to like colors like cadmium or ochre, they go right into the paper deep. And they don't come off easily, but when you give them a little rub like this, you can lighten just enough to give that cloud sensation or mist. You can even rub it a little bit because it's good paper, good paper. There we go, starting to open up here. There's the white of the paper here. I don't want to touch that, that's perfect. And it's a good idea, once you've done it, to pat it with a clean towel so you don't have any bleed marks. Okay, let's look over to this section here. Over here, we have another area that we could do. And I'm going to clean this whole section up right here. I have to sort of rub it gently for a moment. And the brush will pick up the pigment. Yep, starting to come off. I'll put this here so you can see. So I'm just coming into the mountain here. See there it is coming off there. Going to make sure I don't go in my sky. Put it down here. Actually, I like this sort of little bleed mark that I'm creating here. It sort of goes with this one here. See how we're just doing a few little techniques? Yeah, I think I'll leave that little bleed mark there. Kind of looks like the wind's blowing it. Oh, look at over here. We have this and this. On the coast, the clouds just shoot straight up. Get these great winds. So this little bleed mark's great. I might take my little rag after it's set a bit and just touch it. Just touch it. Okay, now I have one little area here that I need to open up. So I might even turn the paper upside like this. And sometimes turning your paper around gives you a different view of it. Now what I want to do is bring in right in here. Just go over it a few times. Just work it across. See how I'm pushing the paint down and creates a little bit of a line? And let's take a look. Ah, yeah, we're getting those low clouds coming in there. Perfect. Okay. Now for the breakers, that's going to be, I think, the last part. I'm going to use a little razor blade to pick up some highlights, okay? So that'll be the next part. When you're working with the razor blade, it's very important that the paper's dry. So sometimes I like to take another piece of paper. Let's say I wanted to get a little breaker here. So the edge of the blade is what you use. And go in one direction. Paper has to be dry. And just, if you have a soft paper, like a smooth paper like this, you're not going to get anything by going across like this. If you have some Arches paper that has a tooth on it, then you can just go across. But this one, it's kind of a little pick. It takes us a moment. Then back the other way. I'm just going to put a little bit in like that. A couple little white accents. Make it subtle. If you make it subtle, it'll be more effective. If you go and start scraping too much, once you get it started, you can go back and forth and then one direction, take off the fluff. There we go. This paper is very tough. Some papers really respond quickly to the razor and others don't. Now we'll just stand back and take a look. You see, just that little bit of white there goes with the white here. And right across here, I would like to get a straight line there. So there's different ways to do that. One of the easiest is take another piece of paper, put it right on the horizon line, because we do like a straight horizon line, even though it's not really straight. And then put this on the edge of the paper, see? And then just gradually lower it. And just subtly give it a little like that. There we go. That's in the distance. There we go. We've added a little bit of white highlights there. So what I've done there is a little bit too strident. So, strident meaning stood out too much. Just little dots, you see? This will be my main one. So it might be a little bit brighter. There we go. Oh yeah, there. Look, looks like it's spraying a little foam there. Very well done. Thank you for doing this with me. It's been a pleasure to visit the ocean.